And this is the special guest. Actually, since when we saw each other in a live stream, JP?
I think last year. Yes,
Yeah, last year.
September last year.
Yeah,
Yes, I think so.
look, I think you're like Benjamin Button. You're getting younger by the day. So,
Every time I want to feel younger, I just shave a little bit and then I feel younger again. Same to you, right? I don't think we're aging. It must be the job.
yeah, I'm getting rare. So, hi everyone, welcome to our sort of Halloween. If you, how do you say, the trick or treat? We have candies for you. So, welcome. We'll have GP. I was thinking of last time when I did our last webinar. I was feeling so excited at 10 p.m. after the webinar finished that I promised myself that I do this more often. So this was a great opportunity to talk with you and with the community, have a sort of a more relaxed, no presentations, no features, although maybe we'll go through those as well. But I was thinking maybe
Yes.
having, yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. And I think your title for us is this spooky Q&A. So and you told me get some questions ready. So I hope I have a few spooky questions ready for you tonight as well. But Dimi, first I want to ask you a question. Are you aware that Romania plays rugby?
Yes, I am, but it's not at a very high level, as I know. So.
And do you realize that there's a World Cup rugby that happened in the last 8 weeks and that Romania played in it?
Yes, I am aware of that, but
Okay.
I'm not aware of the results. Probably nothing to brag about. Maybe.
Yes, but no, I appreciate to see you guys there because South Africa, we're in the finals, which is tomorrow night. We barely scraped through 2 matches by just 1 point. So we did play against Romania in our pool, and I think we beat you 76-0. But we really appreciate that you guys were there.
Yeah. You needed to bring this up, right? 76-0. Oh my God, it's.
Yeah, but what is the sport in Romania? I guess football is more popular than rugby, right?
It is, but I'm saddened to say that we are not that good at football anymore. So we had a dream team back in. I almost share a tear back in 1994 or something like that. Sort of a dream team that was beating everyone. But since then, the golden generation they're all old. And now we are just scraping over with these kids that are driving expensive cars and don't train. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see Jeff said we should stick to the topic, which is the spooky Q&A, but just a quick hello to everyone. Jay, good to see you guys again. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on a Friday night. I know Friday nights are always difficult. It's been a long week, come home, want to relax a little bit. And that is the whole idea that Dimi have, that we're just going to chat tonight. Nothing structured. We didn't prepare anything. We're going to go through a few things that popped up this year, a few questions here and there, and then definitely chat a little bit about a few features that we've talked about. So I think, Dimi, to kick off, how was 2023 for you so far in terms of the product and the team and everything that happened? Where you started at the year and where you are today, is it exactly how it played out or a lot of changes along the way?
A lot of changes along the way. As you know, we raised a round late last year, an investment round, and that played a big role into our development going into this year. Things went as we planned mostly. The team grew. We developed and we focused a lot on development, and we will be announcing JP. I think next month we'll be announcing a big new product. You know what I'm talking about, but we'll need to keep this under wraps a bit more for a couple of weeks, because we are getting there to launch, to bring in another product into our multi-platform website builder. And it was a challenging year as well, because uh, going through this change from a startup, sort of a garage startup with a couple of people, to VC-backed business, and trying to grow the team, and trying to be more professional, and putting all sorts of systems in place and processes that are more akin to bigger companies. It was a challenge, but you take them as they come, right? Try to solve everything. And my role changed a lot in this year, as you probably saw, and the community saw, and pointed out that I'm not that present anymore in Facebook, for example, because I take my role changed a bit, and I have to do other parts of the business, and not focus a lot on that part, on the Facebook and the community. I try to do that as much as possible, but this is where we are. I think we are in a very good place. Yeah.
And I think you mentioned like your role on Facebook. One of the things that when we talk about the team, what people may not be aware of is that the team didn't just grow a little bit, it grew a lot. People would notice, for example, we have a lot more activity going on Facebook, not in terms just of the community, but we have a lot of promotions. We are on LinkedIn, something that we never really did before. Yep. And that you will see we also have additional people on YouTube, and that we actually have more people involved with all of these facets. And for that, all the hats that you have worn in the past, it becomes very difficult to keep those hats on, and that's why it's been passed on to different people who are taking care of it, and the results are showing. So I think, yes, it's always a loss when people are so used to having you all the time, but at the same time it shows that there is growth and improvement. So I think it's very exciting. And yes, setting up a team is not easy. In my life, a few times we've done that. We know it's quite challenging finding the right people, making sure the dynamics are there. But it's very exciting. And even for me, working with YouTube, the team that is currently working with all the marketing in YouTube, for me also learning experience, what we can get from it. So I think really exciting times ahead, and where we are moving towards with the product and the team.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I like this more, to be honest, being closer to the community, and doing these webinars, and being the face of Brizy. But the truth is that I need to juggle all the balls and all the plates. So let's see
talking.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm going to jump in with Bart Simpson. That says, I think you need more developers for fixing and bringing the stuff you mentioned years ago. So I think this is something that we've talked about, and this will be the spooky question. The releases and updates this year has been a little bit slower and fewer than we were accustomed to in previous years, but there is a reason for that. And I think people are going to be very excited and surprised as to what is coming. So I think let's talk quickly about that, if you can share some insights.
Let's put Bart Simpson's questions here on the screen. Yes, there are a couple of reasons why that happened. We continuously did updates, smaller updates, maybe on a monthly basis. But probably what you're talking about, and what Bart is talking about, and the community is pointing out, is bigger, more updates with more weight, right? With bigger features, which we did in the last months with auto install, with the sharing link, with the cloning link, and with the iframe, where we let our users to change the themes from the Brizy Cloud dashboard. there are a couple of reasons why we were focusing more a lot on this new product that we are launching. This is one. The second one is we are working on bigger functionality that takes a lot of time to do, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on where you want to look at it. For example, we are working on localization for months. And localization is something that is very asked for. It's something that our partners and users are expecting, especially the ones that are not English native English speakers. And that is a big part of we are working on media gallery as well. And I can actually share you the screen, and I have a couple of things prepared here just to show you and show everyone that is here, the community, to show something that we're working on that are in the works, just to give you a sort of a sneak peek behind the curtain. And since this bigger functionality takes a lot of time, of course, you can't release them. You need to release them when they are ready. This is the second. And the third, we are kind of on par with the major functionalities, right? If you look back at 2019, when we first launched Brizy Cloud, for example, or even Brizy WordPress, we were so at the start, we needed to add a lot of big things very fast. And now, if you draw the line, there are things that still need to be there, but they're not that big they are still on the list, and we will continue to work on them. But since we added a lot of things already, it's harder to bring very constant, huge updates that bring a lot of features, right? So these are the main key points why we brought fewer bigger updates this year.
So I think also, and you are going to show a sneak peek soon, but before we get there, I think the number one question, and if we look at feature requests and what everyone is shouting or talking about, something I didn't see coming, maybe I was blind for it, but the integration of AI and how hot a topic AI has become, and we've already seen some of the other builders out there, some forms of integration. We've seen new platforms coming that are completely AI. So I think I have two questions here. My first question is probably, do you think that AI is a concern for page builders, site builders? Will there still be a future as we know a page builder and a site builder today? And two, where are we currently in this world of integrating AI for Brizy? And is that something that's on the dock? Are we going to work on it?
Yeah. So for the first question, it is definitely a great fit between AI and website builders, I think. I saw a lot of integrations in different software, like, I don't know, just to give a short example from top of my mind, like Notion, for example, or other software that integrates AI the best way they can, and probably it helps. But every time I open, and we are using Notion in the company, every time I open that AI, I don't know what to tell him to write for me. It seems like a sort of a gimmick integration just to say that you have AI there, right? But on the website building space, I think AI will play a major part, and I can see the how good it can, the fit, how good is the fit, right? Because you can ask for content directly in the builder, for text or for images and things like this. We all know, especially the ones that work with that are agencies and work with clients, we all know how hard it is to follow or to chase those clients to give you a couple of texts or a couple of something content for their website, and that will help tremendously. The fit is perfect, and I don't think web builders will be how did you say threatened, or
Yeah.
I think it will
Replaced.
Yeah, I mean, it will I think it will add it will be something that will add to the experience and will help, will be something on top that will bring a lot of value. And to go to the second question, yes, we are working on three fronts. actually on two fronts. One front is the integrations with the third parties, which we're working on, and this is about text, content copy and images. So basically, you'll be able to in the text element to say write me something, whatever description about my services, and the text will come from the AI. This is one. So this is the third party integration. And for the images will be I'm not sure exactly what we're integrating, but it will be an AI Mid Journey or other systems like that will let you prompt and get images from the AI. That will come part as the gallery that we're developing, and not in the first release of the gallery, but hopefully very fast after that. And I'll show you the gallery actually tonight.
Yeah, you keep talking about the gallery, and I'm confused. What gallery are you talking about? So you're going to show us.
I'm talking about the media gallery in Brizy Cloud. So right now, as you know, in order to upload images, you need to upload the same images again. We don't have that media gallery like you have it in WordPress, right? So this is what we are working on. It was and it still is a big project, and AI will come part of that. So I think AI will be something very interesting and integral to Brizy. This is the first sort of integration, the third party, which everyone sort of has in a way or another. And the second, as a pet project and as a sort of an experiment that we want to bring in and we plan to work on next year, is a layer, an AI layer that will let you build the website directly through AI together with Brizy. So it's a mashup between the AI and our builder. So we are discussing and thinking and starting something in that direction that will be something very, very cool.
So basically, it will be like a template builder. You can, maybe say, I want to create a template for 5 pages for a car wash company, something like that, and then it will build it out with different sections. Got it.
Exactly, but I think the solution here related to the AI and website builders, I think is and we've discussed extensively about this. The problem that I'm seeing, at least right now, this probably in a couple of years or in some time will be solved partially, but we'll live and see. The problem is that I see a lot of or a couple of these AI builders that build the entire website with AI. So basically, the AI decides everything, the structure, and what I saw there, it doesn't. I don't like it a lot. So our vision, and I think this is where we need to mesh up the AI capabilities of building pages and also some predefined blocks or layouts or structures. So basically, bring in the content and the images and the text and everything from the AI, and mesh it out with what we know what to do in terms of structures, designs, and templates. So basically, yeah.
Yeah, I hear David is asking about the washing up in the background. It's over here, so I'll try and mute that one out. So Jeff is asking, and when we're looking at the AI, will it be at an extra cost? Because, for some, bringing in things like Midjourney, there's going to be credits involved. What do you currently foresee for that?
Before that, maybe GP, if you click the comment, try clicking it and see if it appears on the screen. Maybe put them on the screen as we tackle them. So
I'm a guest, so I can.
You're a guest. Let me see if I can fix that. Kick from studio. No, not this one. No, I don't see the screens. But let me try to find the comment here. Can't find it. So the AI, it will be at the cost. You know how we did it with the translation? We have right now, as you guys know, we have Google Translation integrating for the multi-language websites. And our thinking about that, of course, if you are looking from the business perspective, it doesn't make necessarily too much sense, right? Because it's an additional cost for us to translate every page, to send requests to Google and then get it back, and everything costs something. And what we thought about that, we don't know how much, right? And maybe we start with everything included in Pro, like we did with the translation. And at some point, if things get out of control, we see that the costs are go crazy, we create those APIs and let you introduce your APIs from the Google Translation or from other places. And we are thinking the same way maybe we do it with the AI, right? At least for the third-party integrations. Include them to bring more value in our Pro product, and see how that goes. And if that proves to be cost effective for us, we'll continue to do it like that. If not, we will implement an API kind of options that will let you create your APIs with, I don't know, Midjourney, with OpenAI, and copy paste it, and everything will be transferred and done directly through your API and through your accounts. But this is the idea we have. And for translations, for example, we never implemented those APIs for the clients. We're still including in Brizy Pro because it makes sense for us to continue to do that, and we'll continue to do that as long as possible.
Yeah, and I think it same goes for the maps. So there's a lot of that, and you don't want those additional costs coming on. So we'll see how it goes. But is there a timeline? Are we looking at 2024 for, let's say, content integration, which will mean text generation and image generation, or what will be the timeline?
We plan to. I hope it will be this year. I hope it will be this year for the text. Next year in Q1 for the images probably, and later next year we'll see about that AI website building too. Bogdan is whispering to me from the back here. Is like we're on a theater play, right? When I don't remember what I need to. Bogdan is just and we also, by the way, and it's a very good point, and I'll show you that in a second with the gallery, with the media gallery. We will be integrating besides the media gallery. We'll be integrating third-party images, stock photography, like, I don't know, Unsplash or other services. So yeah.
Okay, Unsplash was promised 2017, so
yeah,
that would be interesting.
But a lot of things were promised. I mean, yeah.
But here is a question. So I think this is always something I see being raised on the community chat when we talk about integration of Unsplash. The development of something like that, is it much more complicated because there are two platforms, one like WordPress and Cloud? Does it make it a little bit more complicated when we are working with two platforms to bring that kind of integration in?
It is more complicated because there are some considerations related to WordPress that we can't control. Some things related there that we can't control. On top of that, sometimes it's a decision that that you need to make based on what's available already, right? So, for example, there are, and we got this question a lot related to the auto install or to other things, or to multi-language, for example, in WordPress or things like that. You have so many solutions there that are already working right in WordPress that maybe it doesn't make sense to reinvent a wheel already that is already invented by, I don't know, 10, 20 other plugins that do it maybe better than how you would implement it in WordPress. So some things related to that, and also the complexities that when you are not controlling, right? WordPress, it's not something that we control. We have all sorts of things that we need to overcome and find all sorts of smart solutions for WordPress because we don't control the infrastructure and everything. in cloud. For this reason, everything is exponentially more easy for some things and exponentially more hard for others. But because you control everything there, and you can do the modifications you need to do in order for things to work, right? So yeah.
So for the exponentially more easy and more difficult for cloud, I think the question from Mint Desk Media Web Design is regarding the e-commerce integration for Brizy Cloud. I think there was a discussion on, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Is it Egwit or ECWit? You guys want Egwit, right? You did a show, or you did show us some concepts last year, which looked super good. So is it still going to happen? Is there been some changes? Where are we moving to?
There will be some changes in the sense of timeline only. This will still happen. We've made part of the integration. We've already made steps in that direction. The important thing to mention here is that we are integrating a third party, so it's Egvid. Basically, it's a shopping solution that is a third party solution, and there are some complexities there on how and what they are letting us do and how we want to integrate it, because we want to integrate it in a sense that you can't tell it's once you're in the builder, once you're in WordPress, in Brizy Cloud, you would not be able to tell where Brizy Cloud ends and where Egvid starts, right? So it will be a seamless, at least in our mind, this is what we want to do. And it's a complex project. The timelines changed a bit. We planned initially to launch it this year, but given our change of priorities a bit with the new product that we'll be launching, which will be sort of a solution to the e-commerce part, we have that on the dock. That is still going to happen, but it will happen next year. So Erica, hi Erica, nice to meet you. I know you exactly. Erica is one of our white label agency resellers. Thanks for the question, Erica.
I think while we're on Brizy Cloud, when we talk about difficult challenges, earlier in the year, I think there was a few times I talked to you about one-click installation with Brizy Cloud. And, it started last year and it came to this year where we were talking about, to really get cloud to move forward, we need that template one-click installation. And the same discussion was that it's pretty complicated. But when it was released, the cloning feature, I think it's one of those things, the first time I used it, I was just blown away. So I think for me tonight, I just want to again tell the team and everyone, I think it's an amazing feature, and the speed at what it is done, that if I just look at that I think is one of the big highlights for me in 2023 is the cloning procedure and how many avenues and doors that have opened, connecting to the webinar that you've also done with that for the iframe and all the templates that you can set. So maybe give us a little background on the whole process of this and the integration, and is it done, or are we still looking at a few more options for Brizy Cloud now? I'm talking to specifically here in terms of the templates.
Yeah, that was I was very, very exciting to be able to launch that. It was a very complex project, and the complexity and the difficulty of this big project that we've worked on comes not necessarily from the technical part, but from the reason that we basically brought it in after 3 years of Brizy Cloud, not at the start, right? The decisions we need to make sometimes when you're doing business, and I think and most of you can relate, there are some tough decisions always to sort of if you want to build everything exactly like you want, because the plan was always to have that auto install, right? But if you build everything exactly like you want, we wouldn't have launched Brizy Cloud in 2019. We launched it in 2021 because we want that. We want auto install. We want localization. We want a lot of things that and business wise, you need to take some decision and launch the product, gather the community, validate the idea. So you need to take some decisions that pushed us basically in a spot where we needed to rethink some things in the back end, rewrite a bunch of things. I'm not sure you know, and the community doesn't know, and because we did and this is in software, it happens a lot, especially in good software. We've rewritten Brizy Builder a couple of times already. The entire platform, the entire code, everything is rewritten and improved 10 times already. You can't tell the difference because everything looks the same, but on every update, on everything, we are improving and reiterating and refactoring. It's called in development. So basically, you are taking the same thing, you are doing it again, but doing it better in order to solve other problems and things like this. So basically, we needed to do a lot of refactoring to put this auto install in, and I'm glad we did it. And I'm glad we did it how we did it with those share links, because that opens up the door to a lot of possibilities. And this is basically it. If you sometimes it's very hard to say what did you launch this year. We've launched auto install, localization, and the media gallery. It doesn't seem that much, but these three projects and another one, the fourth one, which is not seen, we've rewritten the UI in a very big way that will enable us to go forward with putting another project into this mix. And these four projects are humongous projects that we've worked very hard on those. And it's easy to point the fingers. Oh, 3 things. I mean, on the list, 3 things, but very big things, right? It's yeah. But I'm very excited about auto install and cloning, and it's done in the sense that it works and it allows you to auto install and clone projects and share it with your clients and with your friends. But we've got some requests for some more features for that, which are valid requests, which we probably will put in at some point. For example, I don't know, create some options related to the sharing that you can I don't know, share it to only give it an email, right? And if that email has an account, only that account can clone it, or set the number of clones, 2, 3, 5, things like this, mostly related to restrictions or to additional options to the auto install feature.
Okay, I think a few questions. I'll jump to Henry Lewak. He was asking what is the best way to get support question and issues answered privately. I think the best way would be to send an email, right?
Yes, the best way will be to send an email to our support at brizy.io, and it will go to our support team directly. You can go to our website in the support section, and you'll be able to find a forum. We have there a forum with sorry, Bogdan. The help desk. Yes, thank you, Bogdan. The help desk, and we have there the documentation with a lot of articles. We have the academy, which my man here, GP, you did an amazing job with those videos. I'm very excited about those. You can watch those. Our YouTube. We have the forum where you can search for already. There are a bunch of revenues. And for requests and things that you want, if you want to say something directly to me, you can email me to dimi@brizy.io, and I will try to reply, as I always do, to all the emails. So, yeah.
Yes, and Henry, trust me, I've seen internally how the whole team can get involved with requests through a support ticket. So every support ticket does get all the attention it needs. So guys, if you really have a problem, go first and have a look at the forum if there's anything there. Most of the time, these questions have already kind of been answered. You can also check out Facebook community, but for a last resort, definitely support@brizy.io or log it there at the forum. A few questions on Figma. Now, I'm not a Figma user. I know there's a lot on Figma. People would like to see integration with Brizy Cloud. What would be the possibility of that happening?
So integration with Figma like feature components.
Let me quickly see where
let me add this.
Yeah.
I think this is it, right? Hello, it is possible to add Figma-like features, components to pasting styles to multiple buttons. Yes, actually, this is one of the points that I've put on the list today to not show you but tell you. This is something we are working on. Copy pasting of stylings and on copy pasting on animations, for example. This is something that is on the list to be worked on. So, for example, if you set an animation for a button, you don't want to set it again, right? Click, 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 and do everything. So you'll copy only the animated or the effects part and paste it to another button or to another element. So we are working on quality of life things, a lot of them, smaller things, but and I'll show you a couple of them, like for example, our text element. I'll show you some very interesting things there. So yes, we are working on some features like this.
So, do you want to do a sneak peek now? Shall we do that?
Yeah,
and then
sure,
we can
Let me
drop back to a few questions later.
Of course. Let me present my screen if I remember how to do this. Share screen. Entire. Awesome. Let me start. I think where should I start? Here. This is the localization. We are testing this right now it's basically a closed test inside the company. We are still everything I'll show you tonight. By the way, it's work in progress. So if you are seeing something that doesn't work as it's supposed to work, know that we are still working on it. So. Don't grill us too much about it. I think I showed this last time, but I'll do it again now because I can go into the builder as well and show you some things. We'll have 2, 4, 7, 14 languages to start with. So basically, we will add the localization for the dashboard and also the builder, which is, of course, very important. If you have only the dashboard, it doesn't make too much sense. Let's go to, I don't know, Espanol. Something latent that I can sort of create a nuevo proyecto. Let's create a nuevo proyecto. And of course, you'll see it doesn't let me try to log in actually. But if I remember my password, hopefully I will. Come on. Okay, entrar builder, I presume. Entrar proyecto. So enter the project. Let me go here to the elements, testo. So basically the idea here is that we want you, if you select, I don't know, Chinese, if you select Espanol, French, whatever the language you choose, you'll see the dashboard and the entire builder in your preferred language, which is, by the way, a very good thing because English is an international language, but there are a lot of countries that are not native speaking, and English is not they prefer to use their own language. Testo, I don't know, to add another block or something, right? So you have some of the things you'll see here, you'll probably point out that are not translated yet. Everything will be translated when we'll be done. But the idea is to have everything from every text and copy you see here to be translated into your language. What we want to do as an extra, and we'll see how we will tackle that in the builder, because that will be a bit more challenging. We will be adding Arabic, which is, as you know, is a right to left language. And I can showcase this in the dashboard here. If you switch to Arabic, you will notice that everything switches in the dashboard. So you have the logo in the right, and everything is basically in a mirror. And we are looking into doing some things in the builder as well. That is more complex. we are working with a partner from an R2L language country, and they are helping us understand everything and subtleties of how to do this correctly. Let's actually try to go into the builder, but don't expect everything to change just yet. The good thing here, or the silver lining that we have in Brizy, is that it's mostly icons, right? So you don't have to do a lot of things to make it right to left compatible. But we are working on it, and I think it will be something very, very cool. Yes.
If you choose a user interface, would you choose Romanian or would you stick to English? Because my home language, my mother tongue is Afrikaans, but if I see a dashboard in Afrikaans, I have no idea what's going on there. For me, I have to do everything in English, but I know for certain other languages in countries, for example, in Vietnam and places like that, because it's for a local community in a local market rather, people would prefer to have this localization of the language.
Look, I feel more comfortable in English, to be honest, because these past 13 years, and my university was also in English, although I did computer science was in English for some reason. That was the major, and I feel more comfortable in English rather than Romanian. And sometimes when I see Romanian interfaces, for example, when I go home to my dad, which is 70 years old, and he has Windows in Romanian, it's very cringe to read all those copy paste in Romanian. It sounds like I don't like it, right? But I will stick to English, I think. But we'll have the option, right? If you prefer Romanian, it will be here.
And I think especially for resellers and white label users, having localization will be very important.
It will be crucial because we have a lot of partners already through our white label and agencies and resellers that are from, for example, Netherlands, from France, from South Africa. There are from different places, and they told us directly, look, we need localization, because although some of us speak English very well on the business level, the regular Joe that I want to target to build his website in my white label platform, they're not comfortable with English, and we need that. So this is what we are working on. Let me go through some of the things that I want to show tonight. And Bogdan pointed out that we're working on some very, very cool designs, and I said, why not? Let's show some designs that we're working on. And by the way, GP, you and I are seeing this for the first time tonight. So I'm not sure what we're seeing here. I kind of like this. I noticed that we're going very, very modern with this design approach lately, and I'm very excited about it. All this will come in a future design update. I'm not sure when this will be on, but these are already integrated. Parley. This looks like a podcast website. Maybe we'll be using this for our webinars. Let's go to the episodes as well, see what's there. Listen to the best podcasts on the internet. Nice. And by the way, in Brizy Cloud, you can build this with the CMS and everything dynamic. Very, very cool. Let's go to the next one. NestNet. Snacks Kids. Okay, so this is a sort of this is a very in vogue right now in snacking and health food delivery. I know that my brother tries some services from Bucharest that are doing this. Workshop. I think this one I saw. We showcased it last time in our last webinar. By the way, a lot of these images you are seeing here are built with AI. Bogdan is our how do you call it, Bogdan? Our prompt engineer, let's say.
Yeah, AI engineer.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice. And I think I have another one. This is something related to gym training. Look, only AI can build this muscle, so no weightlifting will build this. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so
I think, that is definitely where I can see the role of content creation for AI come in, is that you're going to be able to build a lot of templates and showcases for clients. Because in most cases, if you are building a site for a client, the client is going to give you the content, right? You may build a demo just to show them, and the AI is going to speed that up incredibly.
Yeah, look, the problem, and I saw this a couple of times in the past, and I from what feedback we're getting, a lot of the problems with clients is they know what they want, sort of. They have a couple of websites from, I don't know, from the competition. They have some images, a couple of some text or some content, but it's not complete, and you're chasing them to give you content. It's a mess. So with AI, you'll be able to build something for them very, very easily, and only adjust it a bit for their services or for their offering, and be done with it. These were the 5 designs that I wanted to showcase. Let me go, and I'll jump from things that are not related at all. This is an issue we're working for some time, and this will come. This is a very important issue. Maybe it doesn't look like much in the interface here. We are looking to basically bring in and to modify our text elements, and to bring in this transform options directly on the first toolbar, where you select fonts and other options. And how this will help, if you are asking, it will help in a couple of major ways. For example, it will you'll be able to do this at the global level, right? Because it will be implemented at the global styling, and you'll be able, for example, and to select a font to be directly bold as a global font, or to be caps, or to be so you'll be able to select this at the global level. Also, it will reduce the text toolbar, which is kind of hefty. It will reduce it a bit and make it more slim. What it will do, it will let you, because you add it here, it will let you create, for example, menus. You don't have to write in the menu directly with caps. You'll be able to just select it here, and it will make the menus caps. And it will apply a lot of the buttons as well. You don't have to write from the keyboard directly with caps. You'll be able to apply stylizing and do all sorts of things like this. So this modification has impact across the typography on the website. This is something that is very cool, and we'll bring it in. It's not that big. I know that everyone is looking for every update to be something huge, but this quality of life features will definitely make a sort of a positive impact on your using Brizy and our platform.
For me, I love the small things. I was recently building a website, and some of the headings were italics, and I couldn't set that as a global style. So this to me would be a great time saver. Yeah.
Let me go to the next one, see what's it. We are working on Adobe fonts for our font library. I know that this is something asked for some time already. And a lot of things that we have on the list are things that are not. We didn't bump into them. Oh my God, we didn't think about Adobe fonts, right? Never. So this will come in the next updates. This will be. I think this is a wireframe designed by Bogdan. I think I can click some things here. Of course, it will require an API key from your Adobe account, and you'll connect it, and you'll be bringing in fonts from your Adobe account, which is something agencies and designers that are working with Adobe have that right, the library of fonts that even if you go with Google that have I don't know, thousands. I'm not sure, it's 1,000 now. How many? 2,000. So 2,000 fonts. It's a huge amount of fonts, right? But Adobe has some that finesse and that those nice fonts for corporate use or for things like this that designers will appreciate and use. And they have the accounts already, so it will be very easy to connect an API and bring the fonts directly into Brizy. Let's see what we have next here. This is another one that is very important and very big, that will have huge implications.
Yes.
We'll have huge implications. You'll be able, and we are working on it. I'm not sure exactly if this will come by the end of the year. Do you know, Bogdan, this will come? It's already done. So if Bogdan says it's already done, we'll see. Final testing. So we are testing it right now. You'll be able to save the styling. As you know, right now, if you're saving a layout, let's say from the page, and I think we've bumped into this more than everyone that is using Brizy, because everything we're building is with Brizy. Landing pages, our own website is 100% with Brizy. And when we're moving things around, sometimes you need to set everything up again, right? The global colors, because you can't save them and bring it over to your other project. And this will let you do that. Not only save them, but also create a new custom style. So you will not be forced to overwrite our already built styles. You will create custom styles for yourself or for your clients, and you'll be able to use this functionality to do all sorts of cool things like this. This is the first part of the very obvious advantage that you'll have with this functionality. The second part, which is, in my opinion, a bigger part that you can't see from your side, but we can see it because it's part of a bigger project that we have on the list. And the project is called Replacing Your Layouts and Blocks Inside the Builder. So basically, we plan to work this next year for a functionality that will let you modify the layouts and the blocks that you access directly in the builder, and you'll be able to replace those with your own. All the layouts, create block kits, and replace those with your own. And this is part of that, because you need to save a global styling in order to go to a new system that we're creating and import everything. And this is a small sliver part of that functionality, but that is on the list as well. And I'm sure our agencies, white label resellers, will appreciate it a lot, because I know I got that question a lot of times. I sort of saved the good stuff, for last, the best for last. Let's go here to the media gallery. This is how it will look basically when you're clicking an image right now in Brizy Cloud. It pops up the upload function right from the browser. You need to upload an image, but once we'll have this media gallery implemented, of course, when you click an image, it will bring in the media gallery, similar to how it does in WordPress. And in this media gallery, this is, it's nothing revolutionary or special here. We are not reinventing the wheel in any sense. But the idea here is to have a media gallery that will enable you to reuse images that you can do right now. So, for example, if you want a header image or a hero image to reuse it on another website, on another page, you need to re-upload it, right? And this has connotations for you, that you need to re-upload everything, and maybe you're working from different locations. Like we encountered one of our agency partners that he was working from home on a laptop and from the office on the computer, and he didn't have the images. And it's and this is one. And the second one is uploading on the server images and images and images, when you can reuse from the media gallery. Let's upload a couple of images here. This is still in the works, of course, is work in progress. Actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can select more and upload all at once. Excellent. And if you click one image, you'll be able to modify the name. I don't know, Chief. My English is not that good tonight. Tech. You'll be able to modify the name, of course, and then you have some interesting information here. Modify the alt title that you want to display. have the file URL that you can copy and things like this, right? So of course you can delete them, you can bulk select them and delete them, and you have all the necessary options here to let you manage and work with a media gallery in Brizy Cloud. Of course, you can see here 2 tabs at the top. Actually, you know what? Let me try something here.
I see there stock photos, so that will be the integration.
Exactly. Marketer.
But the integration for stock photos will also be included in WordPress, correct?
I can't tell you yet. Probably,
Okay.
but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to get back to you on that GP.
Right.
What I want to test here is that if this search is for marketer, it works. So basically, you have it would be odd not to work, right? When you have here 100 images, it would be hard to.
So just the images, you will be able to change the title of the images. Will it also maybe include like a caption function that you can have there, or is that not yet for cloud?
This is not built in yet. A caption for the image. No, it's not built in yet. But I'm not sure this is something related to the media gallery. If you just from the top of my head, from what I know about all our UI and how everything works, I think maybe this is something more related to the image element, rather an option for the image element rather than to this media gallery.
Okay.
And of course here you see the stock photography. If I click it, nothing is here yet. But here on the stock photos, probably we'll have the integrations with Unsplash, with certain partners, more premium partners that we can bring in. Probably stock photography. You'll put your APIs here, and you'll bring everything related to the images. So there are some interesting opportunities, business-wise as well. Also to extend this, and of course the AI generated that will here you'll come and you'll give a prompt, and you'll get the AI generated images, and you can insert them, and it will be something I think very, very cool and very valuable to have here. How we launch this will be the media library first, because this is something that is awaited for some time already, and we are feeling the pain ourselves with this media gallery. And this was a big project as well, by the way. Was not something that you can do. Let's just add another option to the image. I don't know what option. So it was something big, but it will come this year. It will come this year, Bogdan, right? Yes. So it will come this year, and then we'll continue to add the partners, stock photography, and Splash, and and the AI generated content. Let me see if I can.
So a lot of good things still coming this year, right?
Yes.
Dimi, we are here. It's almost end of October, so we have 2 months left. A lot of good stuff in the next 2 months.
Yeah, look. I can promise you that no one in the past 4 years twiddled their thumbs here at Brizy. Everything is and you are the sort of you can vouch for that, because you have visibility in a bunch of our channels in Discord. Everyone is pushing hard on all the projects, and we still have some aces in our sleeves, let's call it. Let me show you something very interesting. We have some things here related to the AI option, how it will work, and how the prompts, and how you can extend and change the tone and things like this. But this is not for tonight yet. We will show this when it will be ready. What I want to show is and this is something, by the way, GP, because I have a small surprise for you and maybe for the community. This is something that you've put a lot of work in. This is a sort of a project that is it's close to my heart, because I always felt that even if Brizy is a breeze to easy to use, right, and very easy to there is a small learning curve still, right? and sometimes to go from the builder, go to the support, go to the YouTube channel, go to the academy outside of the builder, and viewing all those videos and getting all that knowledge. It's fine. It's perfectly fine when you're maybe outside the project and you want to learn more. But when you're working on and you want to just find something related to blocks, let's say, right? Or to find, for some reason, the search is not working. But if you want to find something related to a certain element or something about blogging, about users, or about, I don't know, we have videos here which are 100% white label, and GP did a tremendous job in recording all this. I'm not sure how you spend weeks in doing this, and it was a big project. We have all these videos. I think there are over 80 videos here that touch on everything, on all the elements, on everything. Everything is 100% white label, so all our clients can use it. The videos here, if I click them, are unfortunately, because this is a test, are not your videos, are videos from our YouTube channel. But the surprise I wanted to show you, because I've discovered it testing it today. Let me see if this is it. No, this is not it. One sec. I think this is it. Yes. Look, how young we were.
True. I think I lost weight. Yeah.
I think you're the only one that lost weight. You know how they when you're meeting a lady friend and say, oh, how young and beautiful you've become, especially you, and how old and grumpy we've become, especially me. So this is how it goes. I think this is 2 years ago, GP.
Maybe longer. Yeah, it feels,
maybe longer. Yeah. So this is the help toolbar that will be bringing in directly inside the Brizy Builder. And all these videos will be white label, and you'll be able to find out, you and your clients and everyone will be able to basically learn everything related to Brizy directly from the builder. And I think this is the last thing I wanted to.
So Alex Studio has a question on the white label videos. Will that also be available in WordPress?
Yes, that is correct. It will be available in WordPress as well. You should know the answer here, because you did like 70 videos in WordPress as well, GP. So basically, it was double the work, but I think it will bring tremendous value in onboarding and in showing and teaching everyone how to use Brizy. Yes, the answer is yes. We have the videos in WordPress as well. We had some decisions to make in WordPress related to the dashboard, because it's very, very hard there. It's impossible basically to show videos related to the dashboard without showing the dashboard and without showing the Brizy branding. Even if we chose to show a generic logo, let's say there, it wouldn't satisfy, because we tried that. You remember, GP, that you recorded the dashboard videos, I think 3 times already, because we tried that in cloud, and it created all sorts of problems with our resellers and white label partners. But we live and learn. We apologize, we learn, and we try to do it better. And I've found out in my lifetime that this works. Be honest, apologize, and fix it as fast as possible. So we did that with those videos. Yes, we'll have it in WordPress as well.
Yeah, and I think, again, for white label and resellers, these videos are really there also to help your clients. So if you feel that there is something that's been updated and the video hasn't been updated, you just shoot us a quick note and we'll get on it straight away. It's very easy, for us to maybe miss something small in there. And like Dimi said, when we did the first bunch of videos, we were very happy with it. And when we got the feedback, we were like, oh yeah, we should have thought of that. So it's a learning experience, and that's how we can get better at it.
Absolutely true. And by the way, all these videos, I think in WordPress in cloud are like, I think in both are like 80 and 60 or 70. The white label videos sort of a pack, a zip archive that we also offer to our white label plans. So basically, if you are one of our, if you are on one of our plans that has white label options, basically branding your Brizy Cloud or Brizy WordPress with your brand and sell it to your clients. All these videos, not only that are accessible directly from the builder, but you have them as videos inside your account. You can download them and put them on your website and display them or show them to your users before they get into the builder. Build a sort of a video academy, if you like. So those are available as well. I put this screen or this page on last because I wanted to point out that Bogdan did I think an amazing job in creating this page on our website, and you can find it here under resources and suggest ideas. This is the page that we want to have directly on the website. And this is a third-party integration that we brought in here that we let you create posts and also vote on certain features. We want your feedback, and we want your input here to see where to put the focus on. Look, I'll tell you honestly, it's very hard to decide what's important when you have a very large user base, right? Because for UGP, the Italic global, because you built it last week and you think it's important, you want your solve right now. Another agency wants localization. Someone wants, so everything. If you take all the lists, everything is on the first place for someone, right? So I think this page will give us sort of an indication. And as you can see, look, 43 votes already on media library in Brizy Cloud. So it's very clear that this is something that needs to be done. And it might look like a few votes here. If we would have put this earlier in the year, we probably would have got hundreds, if not thousands. This is put on, I think, by last week or something like that. But we have here, and I will encourage you to come here, and everyone can add more description and details and comment on certain things here and vote. I encourage you, even if you feel that, and I understand this, I understand perfectly that some of you maybe feel that we've said we'll do some things, I don't know, 2 years ago, and we are discovering issues and we are looking at issues and on our lists that were added 2 years ago. But given the multiple variables that we take into consideration when we decide what to do and what to put and what to develop and what to focus on, it's nothing personal. You need to take my word for it. We are considering everything always, but I encourage you to come and vote here and add everything here, because we are checking this rigorously and religiously, and we'll take this into account for sure. Condition logic for forms. I've got this from our community as well. Something related to the hidden parameters, something more technical that I can't grasp yet. But I put this in front of our guys, and we'll tackle them, and we'll do them. So please go here. Please.
I think to add on to that, I say Jay is asking for those that has been on Trello. So Jay, what we found in the end, actually, we had ideas all over the place. You know, internally, we would have ideas. We would have an Excel sheet over there. Somebody would send an email, it'd be on Facebook. So the team decided, let's just try and make it in all one place. So you can go check. I'm pretty confident 90% of what you put on Trello is already there. So just go have a look. But I also want to say, yes, vote is important. But even if no one votes for your idea, the team will go through it. And if it can be done and it is something that can be implemented at some stage, you will get feedback on that. So I think what is important here is that you will see Bogdan has already responded to many of these, some that can be done, some the reasons why it is being delayed. So it's a better centralized system that makes it easier for us to manage it. Yeah, and the conditional logic, I added that one, Timmy. I'll explain it to you.
Yeah, okay. So you've added that one probably, or right? Look, we have look, if I GP and everyone, trust me when I say that I would do everything like that. If it would be possible tomorrow, everything will be done. But unfortunately, the reality, the business, the development, managing the projects, the teams, and everyone, it comes with a bit of more complexity than that it appears initially. If you look, and this is a very good way to look at projects usually, not only Brizy, but projects in general. It's like a sort of a timeline. If you look on a timeline, you will notice that in a very span period of time, a couple of months, let's say, or it doesn't seem like everything is moving, right? You didn't add I don't know what feature, but look at since we launched 2019 or 18 in a sort of a 3-4 years time frame, and you'll notice that it's a tremendous. We've basically moved mountains with a team of 20-30 people, or sometimes 15 or even less at the beginning. We've created a project that teams of 600, 1,000 people are working on, and sometimes I would like to say that we have some things that we excel on even better than those bigger companies. So look at it as a time frame, and I think that we've come a very long way, and things are still in the pipeline. And I can't wait to have those webinars and show you all the cool things that we are working on. I put Alex here studio on the screen. All these functions, text images available in WordPress and Cloud, or only Cloud. I noticed that Cloud is getting more features than the WP, than WordPress. Not necessarily. Look, we can't. I've always told this. We can't develop only for Cloud and only for WordPress. For some things, the core functionality needs to go in both ways, especially for the builder, because it doesn't make sense. It will not be multi-platform if we start doing 2 different projects. And never mind that the management and the support and everything for 2 projects or soon 3 projects, it will be a pain. Everything needs to be done in both platforms. I know what you're saying, and we will consider adding. We are always considering adding everything in Cloud and also in WordPress, even the CMS, for example. If you know GP, you know that we have that sidebar with the CMS where we have pages, menus, and everything. We have that on the list, and once we build that CMS in Cloud, we always thought at some point we will bring in WordPress as well. And the reasoning here is that once you go into Brizy, you'll stay there. You'll build pages that you'll create in WordPress as well from that CMS. You'll be able to create the menus from there as well. So align the products as much as possible. Of course, some things come faster in WordPress and later in Cloud, faster in Cloud, later in WordPress. So this can give you the idea that maybe the products are not aligned yet. But if you are thinking of that timeline, 3-4 years, everything will converge, I presume, at some point, and we'll have. I know that is not that easy to say and easy to wait for, but it is the reality, unfortunately, or fortunately.
So I have a question on my list, and Mark Eisen also asked this. So one feature last year, and I think something that has been requested quite a lot, the update on breakpoints.
Yes, it's a very good question. Thank you, GP. By the way, when we talk GP, and this is an important point to make, none of the questions I know in advance, so I didn't prepare anything related to the replies or anything. This is a project that we still have, and I've showed it actually partially working at some point. The reality is that we needed to put that on pause for some time, given that we were focusing on different aspects of the business and of the development. But that will still come probably next year. So that is still in the cards. We didn't left it behind. The only thing that we've left behind, and it's on ice, basically we are not yet planning to do anything there are funnels, but those are I've announced it, I think at the beginning of the year, that we've iced the funnels functionality for now, and we'll probably maybe go back to that, but the responsive and the breakpoints functionality will still come. Let me add this issue or this question from Rawson, because I think this is an important question to tackle. Yeah, probably you wanted to do that next. What is the plan for Brizy Cloud caching issue? When we're expecting a solution to speed up the caching of every page, or preventing every page from having to be recached? This is something that we are. This is one of the projects, like the other mentioned projects, that is not a do it overnight project, because we know about this for some time, of course, and it's coming more how to say, more in front of us lately, and we are encountering this with our website as well. We have Brizy.io building Brizy Cloud 100%, and every time we need to basically recache everything manually. This is something we are working on. Actually, we have next week a meeting with the entire team related specifically to this. This is a more complex project that we started to work on, and how we will solve this, and we plan to solve it, is to move the compilation to happen inside the browser and not server side. Let me explain you a bit the technical part on how the compilation of the pages work in Brizy Cloud right now. So to give you a bit of context to understand how everything works and how we are planning to fix this, or to address this. Right now, when you are creating a page in the builder, you are saving it. It saves on the server, and when you are accessing it on the front end, that is when the request to be compiled and to be sent back as HTML, it's sent to the server. So basically, the compilation happens server side, and that is why first time when you are loading the page, no matter who is loading the page, I or GP or anyone on the web, it's loading the page, it sends the request to the server brings back the compiled HTML, and after that everything happens instantly, because everything kicks in, the CDNs and the browser caching and everything kicks in, right? And how we plan to do this is basically move this compilation not server side but browser side. So basically browser side, it means that it will happen on your browser, and we did test with this, and it will be something that will be something extraordinary. You'll feel the difference tremendously. We still need to tackle and to solve a couple of big and to answer a couple of very important questions related to the global typography, global blocks, because the compilation, everything has an impact on those. So this is a bigger project. We've made some steps to do it. We have a big meeting next week that will be related specifically to this. So we are working on it, and I hope I'll bring you very good news. If not this year, probably in Q1 next year. So this is on the way to be extinguished and solved once and for all, Rolf.
And I want to remind you also of my feature request, which I think you did do last year, of a possibility of the user interface in a lighter theme. Is that still there, or?
Yes, thank you for asking me this, because I probably would have forgotten to mention it. We have a product called Brizy Local. This is the product that we've developed for one of our enterprise partners. This is how this product started. So basically, it's our builder that sits on your servers. You can install it as a pack on your servers, as a B2B or as an enterprise. For example, if you have a SaaS builder, a SaaS product, and this is our client, a big client from the US. they have a CRM and a marketing management system, and they are using this product. They didn't have a pop-up builder, for example, or a landing page builder and a pop-up builder. They are using the pop-up builder, and they needed a product that sits on their server to have full control, logistics and security and things like this. And we've created this product for them. It's called Brizy Local, and there in that product, we've created this lighter interface. Not necessarily us, but we've created the possibility for them to create a lighter interface. And given that all our products is basically the same builder, we plan to bring those options and everything, move them to our Brizy Cloud and also to Brizy WordPress. And how we plan to do that as a business model, let's call it, we plan to create a dark version, which is basically already created, a light version ourselves, so you'll be able to switch between the light and dark. And also another option that will be available only to our white label agencies and reseller partners, where they will be able to control those colors and do the crazy interface they want. I don't know, green with red or something, right? Mm-hmm. So we have this in the works. It will come. I'm not sure if this year, but it's on the list for sure.
So you mentioned a few times this year and next year. So I just think, Mark, what is on hold, the checkpoints will come next year. It's not on hold. The funnels was what Dimi mentioned, will be on hold for a while. So not too far away. But Dimi, what can we still expect for the next 2 months?
For the next 2 months, I think we can expect the media library. We can expect the global styling saving, I think. We can expect the AI for text. We can expect probably the localization as well. So these big projects we've been working on, I think we can cross them out this year. Adobe fonts.
What about the flip? And what about the flip box?
Look, we have. I was preparing to answer this question, because I know that you've also asked me in private about this. We have a couple of elements that were on a beta. They were nearly there to be tested and launched. And late last year, we sort of in the midst of getting the investment and with everything that was happening on the product side, we've shifted the idea to bring everything in that beta, because it was a big update, and we said, look, we need to piece it out on smaller pieces and to bring it in smaller pieces. And part of that beta came in the monthly updates that we did. These elements sit on a sort of a development branch. And we didn't brought them in again because of those variables, focus, other things that were more important, and we because of those reasons. And how it happens with development, if you build something and you don't bring it in as fast as possible as you are finishing it, and you put it on a development branch, as you put more updates in the product, those elements or what you've developed there, you need to sort of start looking into those, and it's a bit more work to bring them back in. It becomes harder to bring them in faster as the updates progress, and we've made like 1 year of updates already, right? But I remember that you've sort of asked me about it maybe a couple of weeks ago, if I remember correctly. And from that point on, I've talked with Yulia, our project manager, one of our project managers, and I talked she talked with the developers and unburied basically those elements. And we are talking here not only about the Flipbox, we are talking about Flipbox
pricing.
I think it was table of contents as well for blogging.
Yes.
So there were a couple of elements that we've embedded, and they will come. They will come for sure.
Yeah. So one feature actually, which I now remember, which I haven't raised again, which I think is a pretty awesome feature, but maybe this has already morphed a little bit, is what you showcased last year called symbols, right? I think it was called symbols or a
Yes, yes,
sign. Is
yes.
that still in? Because that's super cool.
Yes, it's something that, and I think I've talked with Bogdan today. Bogdan, did we have something related to symbols on the list? I think.
Yeah, buttons and icons, but we plan to do it for all elements.
For element, we have something really, on the list for buttons and icons, and but we plan to extend that to all elements. I'm not sure if this will come this year, but it's exactly in the vein that you are talking about. And I think I remember we've answered the question related to the Figma kind of symbols or elements right at the beginning of this Q&A. This is coming, and we have an idea on how to do that. Look, when you're working with this quality of life features, especially for someone that is working for clients, let's say, or building a lot of projects, it's necessary, and we'll definitely need to bring it in. I mean, and we've brought in a lot of quality of life features, like shortcuts, like copy pasting styles, like and this will be a sort of a crowning of everything to be able to create those global symbols in elements that will be passed across the project on a global scale. It's very interesting. We want to bring everything in. I can promise you, GP, that we've talked hundreds, thousands of hours of everything. You can't surprise me and give me something. Look, have you thought about this? We definitely thought about that. I mean, the only problem is that there are all sorts of constraints and all sorts of considerations to be taken into account before we can bring everything in. But in an ideal world, we'll have that in at some point.
Yes, so I can let the community know. In the team, Casey, George, and I will always keep your ideas. We will keep them recurring, and we will keep checking up with Dimi and Bogdan. Where is this? Where is that? Because as users ourselves, we also get very excited. So you don't have to, like Dimi says, he's prepared for anything because he knows what's coming. A quick note, I've seen some people ask about AI integration, Equid on cloud. These we did mention earlier in the discussion tonight. So if you joined a little bit late, this will be live again, available, or not live, it will be available later on YouTube for rewatch. So you can just go and check that out again. Those questions on Equid or e-commerce on Brizy Cloud, as well as AI and what that will involve for the future for both WordPress and cloud. We did cover them, so you can just go check it out afterwards.
We'll need to spend some time and maybe how chapter it, the video with all the questions to be more easily accessible. Not if you're looking for a certain question to find the answer very fast.
So yeah, I think the last question for you, yeah, Dimi, will come from Jeff. And because I also learned this from Dimi, he talks about quality of life improvements. And Jeff is asking, what do you mean quality of life? Is that workflow?
What do I mean quality of life? I mean the
yes.
Yeah. I mean the smaller stuff that makes the difference, right? I mean, look, for example, a quality of life feature. The easiest example is the escape. I'm not sure if you are using it, but I'm using it.
I
constantly.
use it. Yeah,
look,
I use it.
If you click any, let me give some context. Maybe some of you don't know what I'm talking about. If you click an element in the page, an element that is inside of a column, that is inside of a row, that is inside of a block, if you click that element and you press escape from your keyboard, it will select the next, the parent element, and it will bring up the toolbar options. If you click again, it will go a level more until you end up with the block. And this is very, very useful when you, yes, please, GP.
Okay, no. You finish first. I just
Yeah,
saw a question that I do want to tackle
that,
from Robert before we say
that is
goodnight. Yeah.
that is very useful when you are trying to select all sorts of elements on the page that maybe you have all sorts of I don't know, overlaps or zero padding, zero margins, and those bubble that you need to click to bring out the options for a certain column or a row or things like this for an element are harder to open, especially in responsive view, for example, right? So this everything that the smaller stuff that lets you do everything a bit faster, a bit easier, those are the quality of life issues or the quality of life features.
And there's been a few actually this year, and I have to thank Bogdan as well because I listed a lot of them and the team implemented them very quickly. For example, we added a shortcut key for preview pages. Previously, you press the button, but I'm a shortcut key person, so I just Control-Shift-P, which is super awesome. And the other one is if you import or you use any text element and you want to change out the text, then previously you had to scroll down and see which one was highlighted in blue, and you could go up and down to try and figure out which text or which font was selected. But now the one appears, it will automatically scroll to that point for you, so you don't have to hunt around. So those are the kind of qualities of life. So really a lot of those small things that come in that just makes the workflow and the user experience so much better. We call it the Brizy way. Dimi, Elfsight. So Robert asked about Elfsight, and I think we can quickly talk about this. Actually, Robert, there are videos coming within the next week where I will show you on YouTube how you can work with Elfsight, how you can use their widgets integrated both in WordPress and Cloud. It is actually straightforward. It just means you can use Elfsight. There is free options that limits you to some 3 widgets that you can use. And it also puts a watermark on it. If you decide to go for one of their packages, then of course it opens up more. But maybe, Dimi, you want to add a little bit more about the Elfsight partnership.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they have a tremendous library of widgets, and it's very interesting when you're looking at partnerships like this, because we were discussing how we can partner up, maybe do an integration inside Brizy and bring out those elements, and maybe use the embed element, or maybe do all sorts of things like this. And we were looking at all those widgets that they have. Then they have like hundreds of widgets. It's crazy. They have a lot of widgets, right? And it would be impossible for us to start and build all those natively in Brizy. And this is the easiest way, basically, to do a partnership with, or to show how users how they can bring those in. And it's easy as pie, right? You just copy paste some code from one system to the other, and you brought in I don't know what, testimonials or what. They have a bunch of options there on widgets, and appointments and calendars and all sorts of widgets that GP will show you in a future video, soon to be released video. And it will be a sort of a way to extend Brizy with this functionality without actually implementing all those widgets natively directly in Brizy, right? So this was the main idea, to show everyone that there is a way to extend Brizy with all these elements from outside sources, from third-party sources. And this will showcase our embed and our way of bringing in third-party tools as well, right? Because you can virtually bring in anything you want. If you want a chatbot, if you want I don't know, AI something, elements, whatever you need, then they have an embeddable way of giving it to you. You can bring it into Brizy.
Demi, I see my power lights are fading out. My Halloween flavor is already. Okay. Friday night is getting too long. The battery won't last, so my lights in the background has completely left me.
Okay, so this is probably call it a night, right? It's our cue to end our Q&A here. Guys, look. We are very exciting about what's coming next. We will be. We should do. I think GP. We should actually do this more often. I mean, it's not only for. I'm a bit selfish because I feel so good in talking with the community and getting feedback, and so I'll sort of do this for myself, for my heart, because I love talking with the community and with you and interfacing more. But we should do this more. I feel that we will be giving more access and more sort of behind the curtain, even if we show some things that are, as you saw tonight, some screens, everything is in work in progress, but give you some sort of peek behind the curtain more often, and give you an idea on what the team is working on. Yeah.
Excellent. And then Halloween, we have a special for Halloween at this moment.
Yeah, we do have JP. I knew you should be here because it's I'm getting older. I forget a lot of things. We do have a Halloween promotion on the website. If you want to either upgrade or go and test and try Brizy Pro, either in WordPress and Cloud, I think it's a 30% across the board discount. So this is a good way to snatch a Pro license, and it's all risk-free because we have a 30-day money-back guarantee policy. So just go ahead and get it this Halloween.
Excellent. So I think for the team or for the community who joined us on this Friday night or Friday morning in many places, I really thank you very much. I heard some good, exciting news tonight, so I think there's still a lot of goodies coming before the end of the year, and that's always nice to get some toys to play with before the end of the year, and then great stuff still happening for next year. So Dimi, what if this is our last webinar, maybe we'll still have one. I think we usually try to have one beginning December, but what would be your wish for 2024?
My wish for 2024, my wish, very, very good question. Look, I think as the way things are going, I think the wish will be sort of already fulfilled. It's mostly related to our multi-purpose website builder, because this was our vision right from the get-go, to create a tool that is basically will let you publish one, create once and publish in multiple places. And this was our vision even from the day when we launched WordPress. We knew we will be launching cloud, and after that we knew we will be adding more platforms to the Brizy ecosystem. And I think we'll have that webinar a bit earlier, maybe in November, GP, related to this, because I'm very excited to tell you more about what we've been working on. So this is my wish.
I forgot about the product. Yes.
Yeah. So this is my wish for 2024, to put this in front of our community and in front of the larger community, global community that will use this new Brizy product that we are working on. That being said, thank you very, very much, guys, for being here. It was a great night. I felt like flying today because I didn't have to prepare presentations and features and things like
no
that.
Slides.
No slides.
Yeah.
It was a great conversation and a great. Thanks for the questions, GP. I appreciate you a lot, because you didn't keep them soft. I mean, and it's important for us, because if you are closer to the project and as close as you get for years, it's very, very good to have outside inputs from you from Casey, from the community, from all the people that keeps us on our toes. This is it's crucial. It's crucial for us, and we thank you for that, for being near us and being a supporter. And as always, great things are just around the corner. So we'll probably see you in the next one in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night and have a good weekend.
Bye.